Good morning and welcome back to Good Morning Tobago right here on Tobago Updates. Guys, as we wrap up this morning's discussion, we are heading right into sport. And this morning we're talking Kick It with Karyn. Good morning, good morning, good morning, Karyn.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good morning.
We are happy to have you here on Tobago Updates. Again, guys, if you don't know, this is Miss Karyn Forbes, a very popular footballer on the island of Tobago. Here, tell Tobagonians a bit about Kick It with Karyn. Now, we know you do this every year. We spoke about it last year. Tell us about the success of last year and what you're looking forward to this year.
So last year we would have had 30 youth teams, which is a vast increase. Over the 2-day span, we would have had 58 teams, which we had 18 teams improvement from the previous year, and the tournament was really big. It was successful, and this year we have seen already a team improvement from the 30 teams of the youth category already this year. So we are expecting a bigger tournament.
Excellent. And I remember during our conversation the last time you would have indicated the need for more scouts to come and take a look at the talent that we have on the island here. Do you have any particular individuals that you are bringing in to take a look at the talent?
As of right now, not this year, but next year. In fact, what we're going to be doing is we're going to have our first international team, hopefully, and some scouts coming in from abroad next year, because we potentially might be moving to 3 days next year, since it's going to be my 10th annual Kick It with Karyn, which is a decade, and it's going to be huge.
Excellent. I see that you are partnering with a number of organizations. Tell us about some of your partners, some of your sponsors, and why it's important for individuals to get on board and get engaged with this type of events in the community.
Well, definitely, I would say, a lot has been happening in Plymouth, just using it as an example. And I think, this type of initiative is going to help bridge the gap and actually help the youths, come off the streets and also be engaged in positive activities such as, Kick It with Karyn. Also, I really want to thank Minister Kojo and Ministry of Sport for supporting this venture for the last few years, and I'm talking about the last 5 years. I am really grateful for that, because, that type of funding is what allows us to be able to put on this show. Besides that, the Tobago House of Assembly, I'm grateful that they also partner with me and doing this every year, and Samoto's Digicel. We have some decent sponsors that has been with us for some time.
Excellent. And so that goes into our prizes. Tell us a bit about some of the prizes that are being offered.
Okay, so on the first day, we will have the U8, U10s, U12s, and U14 category. So it's against FIFA rules to give money to those youths. So what we're going to do, we're going to have them get trophies and medals because they enjoy that more. And on the second day, we will have the girls 13 and 15, where they will win trophies and medals as well. And then we have the female and men open, which will win cash prizes.
Excellent. And tell us, is it that this is open to mostly, or the registrations that you are seeing, is it from schools or clubs?
So it really doesn't matter, because I also just completed my I Choose Sport ambassador speaking yesterday, motivational speaking yesterday, and some of the schools actually was interested. I was at Harmon's on Monday, and some of the guys walked up to me and was like, could we participate? I said, yeah, there's no stipulation once you're able to have your team and you are interested in participating. So definitely it's open to anybody to be able to participate.
Excellent. And when we talk about categories, we have under 8, under 10, under 12, under 14. Excellent. And so it's really targeted towards engaging the youth, engaging the young persons. And then there's a team registration fee. That's $500 if you want to register a team. When is the registration deadline going to close?
Well, actually, right now for the youth category, the registration has been closed, simply because we have been having a lot of teams that has been reaching out, actually, but we already have a whacking 38 teams in that category, in those categories comprised of the U8, the 10s, the 12s, and 14. And, you know, based on how Plymouth is facilitated, we, at this present time, is trying to find different ways and strategies that we'll be able to have the tournament run smoothly timely, 1, and 2, and on time, because we don't want the kids to be out too late because of the amount of teams. So right now we are brainstorming different ideas. I'm going to see the facility today to see if we could do 2 fields off the actual main field. So in that way, we will be able to run the games a bit quicker and also be able to manage such a magnitude of tournament.
Excellent. Well, this tournament is really growing into something big. I mean, by next year we reach the 10-year mark. Would you be able to fit the tournament in Plymouth still?
That's a great question. Actually, we are now peaking interest into the Dwight York Stadium because, again, you know, soliciting sponsorship, you want to be able to have a proper feel and stuff like that. Not saying that Plymouth isn't that of that caliber, but we want to be able to move the tournament at a different level, so we want better surfaces. So the Dwight York Stadium is actually ideal, and it's a seating facility that people will be able to sit and look on at their kids and also spectators. So definitely we are looking into Dwight York Stadium. And of course, you know, having our first international team engaging us this year, and we told them, here what, next year, we definitely want them to have a great experience and a good pitch to play on.
Excellent. And I'm assuming that when you started, it was about having an impact in your community, and now you realize that this is actually impacting the entire island. So as you expand, you are engaging not just individuals from the Plymouth area or showcasing Plymouth, but being able to showcase the entire island of Tobago. Now, for you, why is it important for you to continue to have this event, and what are some of your plans for the future? Because you already said moving to a bigger venue, engaging international teams as well as scouts. What are some other ideas that you might have for the future?
One of the things that I said yesterday in my interview in Signal Hill, actually, I was very grateful to be back there because Signal Hill was the school that I attended. One of the things that I did say is that, you know, regardless of what, I have to ensure that I do the necessaries to move this tournament to another level. And I'm really grateful to be able to be an example to others and to the young generation upcoming. So what I'm doing here is just really to help, you know, people to see that, you know, there's hope there, right? And there's something to look forward to on a yearly basis. So that's the answer to that question. And then the second question that you asked, the future plans. My hope is not to move it out of Plymouth because the villagers really do enjoy that and getting to see, you know, some of the big names like Karyn Cummins, Ball Pest, better known as Ball Pest, Tyrone Charles. They play in the TT Pro League and would have represented the country, and hopefully Sheldon Batu will be one of them. I think they'll look forward to that, and I'm still going to find a way, even if after the 10th year, to still see if I could be able to have something still in Plymouth that, you know, the villagers able to look forward to. So continuing on the future plans, I would definitely like to kick it with Karyn into my own league, that, you know, again, not only one-day competitions that we're able to look forward to, but also league competition as well.
Oh, that sounds excellent to me. And recently we saw, even with the national players in Trinidad, we had some of our stars come back and play in a big game. I mean, so even having stuff like that in Tobago is interesting. When we see all the Tobago past football stars come out and play similar to what we see at the Capture the Flag, I think that can also be held in Plymouth while the tournament continues to grow. But for you, you said that the Ministry of Sport has continued to give that support to you over the years that has allowed you to grow in that way. And thank you to the Minister, Shamfo Kojo. Now we have a new secretary in the Division of Community Development. Tell us about, you know, the engagement with them, and have you reached out to them to get their support and their potential partnership?
Definitely. Well, in conversing with the Tobago House of Assembly, I have been dealing mostly with Wayne Clark, and, you know, I just really want to commend him because he has been receptive. And one thing that I'm really grateful for, that whether the office change or not, I have been receiving my trophies and medals from division, and I'm really grateful for that, and I really want to thank Wayne for coming through on that part, because the new director wasn't placed yet, so I haven't had any kind of experiences with him, but I'm grateful that I was able to get that experience with Wayne, and he also will attend the tournament along with Minister Kojo as well. And yeah, I just really want to thank the ministry, because to put on something like this, it requires a large amount of collateral, and being able to have the funding to be able to do that, and also allow villagers and other people to be able to make something on the day by rendering their services is always great. And we also will be moving into the future of making partnership with UE and UTT to be able to do internships, so we have the quality of the people with different degrees, such as sports management, advertising, marketing, so we continue to bring the quality in Kick It with Karyn.
Excellent. And also, when we talk about some of the referees, are you trying to get some of the referees to come out of UTT, persons who would have done the courses and stuff like that?
Definitely. We will have 4 FIFA referees from Trinidad, and we will have 4 referees from Tobago. I'm all for equality, and being able to have this type of blend, it helps the referees to be able to mesh and kind of grow together and work together, because I always believe in Trinidad and Tobago, and we have some organizers that want to be coming up from Trinidad as well, that work closely with me, and I am really grateful and looking forward to see how they do with this magnitude of tournament.
All right. And I mean, I'm guessing you started this off as an individual initiative, but you are almost at 10 years, and it has grown now into something, yes, I guess you couldn't even imagine when you started. So how were you able to smoothly transition from an individual initiative to bringing a team on board to get it done?
Absolutely. I just want to say that it has been a journey. I think this year has been one of my most challenging journey in terms of getting over hurdles, but I believe because of the magnitude of the tournament, and as you continue to progress, there's always issues and things that you will have to be able to propel over. And this year marks the most challenging year for me, but I'm able to still come out with no scratches, and I'm grateful for that. But definitely I would say that, moving from year 1 to year 9 would have allowed me each year to be able to grow, to be able to learn, to be able to problem solve, to be able to manage, because as the tournament grows, it takes another part of you. It starts to challenge you in a different way, and I am very grateful that the years I have gotten stronger and stronger to be able to deal with things.
And as we close off, how has some of the events that have taken place in Plymouth recently impacted you, and how would it impact how you dedicate this particular tournament this year?
Definitely when it first happened, I start thinking, because anybody's human nature that you obviously start to think. But what I said, at the end of the day, the show has to go on, life has to go on. And, by doing this type of initiative is going to help, people to get more involved into the positivity that actually comes out of the village. Because I do believe that there are still positives that could come out of Plymouth, and this is one of the events that are being kept there, and I think this will help now, helping to bridge the gap with some of the stuff that is going on in Plymouth.
Excellent. So encourage the Tobagonians to come out and be a part as we close off this morning. Go ahead.
Right. Okay. So Kick It with Karyn will be happening the 1st and 2nd of June this upcoming weekend. I know it's a holiday, it's a long weekend, so come out and support. Let us rally together, come enjoy food, fun, and football.
Excellent. And again, we want to thank you, Ms. Forbes, for coming on and for continuing to put on this event. Guys, we want to thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you for your likes, your shares, and your comments. And thank you for making Tobago Updates the #1 broadcaster here on the island of Tobago. Guys, have a great weekend and see you soon. The energy filled the sky.